more famous than I, once said, "A sense of self starts in the mouth and spreads slowly." I've been turning over words women feed me, like those caramel candies your grandmother pockets, about how I don't fight for what I want. Her words stick to my teeth like toffee. I'm as much of a fighter as a baby in swimmies on a hotel lazy river. I am a man in a suit on a train to a city. Fuck it. I'm not usually the bold type, but the earth looked so fresh from outside that Amtrak window that I leapt from the carriage. I leapt! I don't know what possessed me. I was surely going somewhere, a place of spreadsheets and carcasses, but whoosh! Goodbye, crying baby! Ha! In that airborne moment, it was all so infinite. Before impact knocked my shoes right off, I went tumbling through a thicket of undergrowth into an enormous parking lot. Vacant, except for 3 sedans undergoing a quiet, sad decay. Beyond that, nothing. No theme park, no stadium, no BJ's Wholesale Club. The vehicles, as purposeless and afraid to die as I, in that enormous plain haunted by absence, the butcher's son cut me into shadow. I forged ahead fearlessly, and weeds punched through at my feet. Had this godforsaken concrete been spat upon, pissed upon? I relieved myself there, in the hyperspace, and an industrial breeze rattled by. Another Amtrak passing. Liberate thyself, ye yellow bellies! I took a bite of my Luna bar and sallied forth alone. Somewhere along the way, the parking lot ceased pretending to be. The ground cracked to reveal its age before resigning to rubble. An orange earth destroyer lay provocatively akimbo, erect plunger in a rock pile, keys in the engine. What did it all mean? This land was far more terracotta than I had anticipated. When I originally vaulted off the rails, significance must be around here somewhere. I had come so far and was so piteously shoeless. In the distance, a factory. Closer, closer, old, closer. Hello! Abandoned. Chutes, ladders, chain link fences, vines of rust corroding the silo. What was once processed here was impossible to discern. But the ground around it was gaping and raw. The rubble formed sand in piles rising higher before me. Here, I'd like us to recall that strange childhood moment when the act of cuddling your mother first feels weird. Without warning, you're too old to lean against her on the couch. The comfort you took in that embrace has spoiled somehow, and you know it will never come back. Law and Order is on. The room smells of meatloaf and Merlot. And as we pull back from the warmth, her face burdens a new shade of melancholy. In that industrial graveyard where sentimentality is a trespasser, this thought went through me with a metallic grip, like my body was a sleeping bag, unzipped furiously by 2 lovers on a camping trip, alone and horny as hell, and the dark part of the sky and the light part of the sky perform an orchestra, and the sand felt warm around my feet, and they tear into each other's clothing like wrapping paper, diving face first into each other's everything, and the sand felt warm around my waist, and the wolves smell their sex and howl with them. Ow! And the bullfrogs hump their passions, and the earthworms are awoken and writhing in the soil, and the sand felt warm around my neck. Thank you.